We are with the author of Freedom Summer Murders, Mr. Mitchell.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Very
So
good.
what is this book about?
Well, this book is about a very important civil rights movement, and one that is very important, and it's this Freedom Summer Murders. That's also the name of this book.
Okay. So what are the freedoms? What are the Freedom Summer Murders? And what is this book about?
So the Freedom Summer Murders are about some workers or people trying to get blacks the eligibility to vote, and while they were on a trip to another area of Mississippi, they were murdered by a group of people, and that's what this book is about.
So did you say you had a commercial or ad for this?
Yes, I did, and here it is.
Does that look good? I might have to read it. How many pages is it?
It's about 196 pages without any notes.
Oh wow. So what internal conflicts do you have in this book?
So the internal conflicts I have in this book the first one's on page 51, and it is, in early 1962, Andy had it. This is when Andy was about to move to Mississippi from New York. This is an internal conflict because he was debating on whether to stay in New York or go to Mississippi. The second one is he did not know whether to give him murder charges or manslaughter. This is when the judge was debating on to whether to give the killer murder or manslaughter. This is internal because he was also fighting against himself on whether to give him murder or manslaughter. The last one is, it was a hard decision for Andy. This is when Andy was moving to Mississippi from New York. It's an internal conflict because he made the decision against himself.
Oh wow. And so what are your three external conflicts?
So the first one is James Chappell's abduction and murder. This is a person versus person because someone killed him. So a person killed him. The second one is all three of the men had been murdered. This is person versus society because multiple people in a group killed them. The third one is Andy's hand was still clad, suggesting that he was probably fighting before he got thrown into the dam. This is person versus person because they were probably fighting versus one person.
And so what are some character traits of Andy?
So according to sources I found, he was a smart, popular, athletic, handsome, and he put others first before himself.
Are there any movies or short films related to this?
Yes, there is. The first one is Murders in Mississippi. The second one is Neshoba. The third one is Mississippi Burning, and the fourth is Freedom Summer.
And what is the main theme of the story?
In my opinion, the main theme of the story is to never stop or let someone stop you because you're scared or they're threatening you.
What inspired you to write this?
I just wanted to let everybody know on how much racism was a problem back in the day and still now.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you. This is when Andy was debating on whether to leave New York City for Mississippi or not. Oh my gosh, Connor. You can't do the thing, God. This is when Andy was debating against himself on whether to go back to New York City instead to go, what?